Okay, what's up everyone? It's your boy Tornikesu bringing you with another episode of Finland at War. And today we're about to take the great Battle of Karjala, or Karelian Isthmus I would say, with the mission through... No, what was this mission again? The Great Northern Gambit, yes, that was the mission. So, in this mission, our objective is to defend the Karelian Isthmus from the Soviet onslaught. Alrighty, prepare for the enemy counterattack. Now we're gonna do the same thing as with the first episode. So we're gonna slow the game down a bit, and I'm gonna just do a little bit of yapping about the general history about this battle and the events that happened before it. So I'll put a link down in the description once again. So if you want to skip ahead, please feel free to do so. And I'll see you guys in a short bit when we're done with the building of these defenses. But for the rest of you guys, let's discuss a little bit about what happened exactly in this whole battle. So before we start, let's discuss what is Tali-Ihantala. What is the... Well, actually, not just what is Tali-Ihantala, but what is the whole... Well, in Finnish it's Karjalan-Kannaksen suurhyökkäys. In English I think it roughly translates to the Great Karelian Isthmus Offensive or something along that lines. What is it, or what was it all about? Well, to put it simply, it was about the Soviet offensive, a great offensive to try to knock the Finns out of the war. Alrighty, so how did the whole situation get started? Well, Stalin wanted to put some pressure on the Finns and knock them out of the war so that they could get more troops to the German front. So he decided to initiate his great Karelian Isthmus offensive. And this time he learned lessons from the Winter War. What he decided to do is not to divide his firepower. Instead, he just concentrated most of his forces on the Karelian Isthmus. And that's what we are about to defend here. So this actually isn't when the Soviets did their initial breakout. Instead, the things that happen here, or the events that happen here, happen a bit later in normal or in real time. So there was first the essentially the main line of defense that ran a little bit forward from where Finland had its border initially during 1939 in the Karelian Isthmus. So a little bit forward of that as part of the siege of Leningrad. So the Great Karelian Isthmus offensive started in, I believe, in June 1944, and there's actually this famous battle. Well, not... I don't know if it can consider a battle, considering that it was so lopsided, but there's this battle of Palkeasaari, where the Finnish positions were basically just melted into oblivion. Like basically, like nothing was left standing, and that was like especially brutal battle for a lot of the Finns. Now the funny thing actually is that the Finnish high command didn't consider the Karelian Isthmus to be the most threatening, or where the Soviet main offensive would come. Instead, they actually believed that it would come from the Aunuksen Karjala, so basically more up north, which is kind of funny. This was the area that Finland captured from the Soviets, but in my opinion, it wouldn't be that logical thing for the Soviets to attack to begin with, because they would have to go through to do such a round trip in order to get to these positions. So after the whole Valkeasaari event happened and the Finns realized that okay, maybe we cannot take back the defensive lines anymore, they decided to retreat into this thing called VKT line. And while retreating, they saw that we don't actually have our artillery tractors, to pull our big guns with. So basically, we were forced to give our artillery pieces away because we didn't have any means to take them with us. So that didn't go too well for us either. So they retreated back to this line called VKT line. So that was like okay. Now at least there was some sort of defensive line that they could hold to. However, the thing was, this VKT line, it was also quite easily penetrated, which left the Finnish high command in a bit of a trouble, to say the least. So then, what was the overall goal of the Soviet offensive? Well, I believe that their overall goal was the capitulation of Finland, although some historians say that this wasn't Stalin's overall goal. I do kind of disagree on that. I believe that Stalin was the kind of guy that he would conquer Finland if he just felt like it. Like he wouldn't back down at all. First, the objective was to overrun the main line, then the VKT line. The VT line reached the Imatra-Lappeenranta line. After that, penetrate the Salpa line, and afterwards, the overall goal was to reach Kotka-Kouvola line, cross the Kymijoki, and that basically would seal the fate for Finland, which at that point Finland would have no choice but to capitulate and turn into a communist state, or communist puppet state per se. Now this battle demonstrated great firepower from both sides. There's this article about how the Tali-Ihantala battle went, and it is described here that at best it could be that the Finns would fire or have 250 artillery pieces aimed at one target, and they would fire on this target roughly 1,900 grenades per minute. So if this like box where the artillery shells were hitting, if this box was aimed at your area, you were pretty much dead to begin with. Like there would be so much metal in the air that it would be quite impossible for the adversary to survive that kind of bombardment. And in those kinds of attacks, the Finns were basically doing the same thing that the Soviets did to Finns in Valkeasaari. I mean, there's the thing with Valkeasaari that there were just Finns that were literally perished. They were never to be seen, never to be heard again, because there was such a concentration of firepower from the Soviet sides that men were just basically turned into mincemeat or pink dust. Like it was absolutely ridiculous the amount of firepower that was available for both sides. Now Finland at this point was in a desperate situation, but it had some trump cards up its sleeve. Maybe the most notable one of these, it's the detachment Calmly, which basically was a German Stuka slash fighter squadron. So it provided Finland with air cover and with bombing support. And the detachment Kulmi basically was the sole reason why Finland was able to at least question the Soviet air dominance in the region. If it wasn't for them, the Soviets would have probably broken through. Because what the detachment Kulmi does, it was not just the frontline action, but they were able to basically hit the Soviet reserves behind the line. And they were able to attack things like supply convoys and such. So it dealt a massive blow to the Soviet effort in that sector. Then there's the other thing, which is for some Finns maybe considered kind of disloyal or whatnot, but there was this president of ours called Risto Ryti, and what he basically did was personally guarantee that Finland would stay in the war. Because at this point Finland was kind of tilting between wanting peace with the Soviets, and that really pissed the mustache man. Well, not the Russian mustache man, but the German mustache man. He was not definitely very fond of that idea. So he threatened to cut the Finnish grain supplies if Finland decided to try to go to peace with the Soviet Union. So, facing a tough situation, what our President Ryti then decided to do was ingenious. So basically, normally you do like country treaties. So basically, a country says that okay, I will ally myself with you. What Risto Ryti did was basically give a personal assurance that Finland would stay at the war. That then meant that this treaty was not like it only meant for him. It was not what's the word? It did not consider Finland as a whole. Then what happened was that Ryti basically did a 180 and declined his presidency. So with that move, the Finns were able to get desperate ammunition supplies and grain supplies and everything from Germany. But at the same time, the treaty would not. It would only be for Ryti. It would not be for Finland. And then the last trump card that Finland had in this battle was probably the armored division. So basically, the armored division was even the single most powerful division that Finland had during that time. I mean, it was the only armored division that had tanks, motorized, or I believe even mechanized infantry. And we have some mines still here. Don't mind if I do. So for example, this armored division stopped the enemy at Portinhoikka, which is the mission that we're playing, the strategic crossroad, the Portinhoikka strategic crossroad, that the Soviets had to get through in order to advance further into Finland. In this battle, the armored division destroyed 38 tanks. But yes, that's pretty much the whole battle of Tali-Ihantala. As I said, very big battle. Basically the battle where Finland's independence was truly on the line. In the same way as in the last months of the Winter War. And you know, we're just I think it's very fortunate that we were in fact able to defend against the onslaught, because I think it was not far away for Finland to have failed, and therefore things could have been way worse than they in the end ended up being. What our defensive strategy is? Basically, what I want to block is this whole section here on the left. Here on the right, I believe that because there is such an open sight line, we can defeat the Soviets here if we just concentrate our firepower on a few roads in here. So basically what we have done here. And once we get reinforcements, we're gonna reinforce this area, and then we're gonna bring maybe some mortars over here to cover our flank here. But other than that, I think we are pretty much okay here with the stuff that we have. Now what I'm gonna do is build this kind of a medical tent here. The reason is that this gun, especially now at the moment, is very critical for us. Obviously the Stuk, because the Stuk can move, is important, but I believe it's quite well covered due to it being on top of this hill. But this gun right here, it cannot get killed because that's the way that we're gonna hold this road. And this road is very critical because we don't have basically any defenses up until here. So we gotta be quite careful with how we do. Now, what I could do, which is the very easy way to do this mission, is to take basically everything here from the back line and get it to here, to the front line. But in my opinion, it's such a easy strategy that it kind of ruins the game. In my opinion, you should do this sort of thing that I'm doing now. So that way there is at least a little bit of excitement to go around. So yes, again, you might wonder why I have these trucks in here. We will be able to have reinforcements in this battle. So the reinforcements, they will be called up to here, and I want these trucks then to hook up to those, for example, artillery pieces and mortars, and bring them faster to the front line. So that's why we have them there. I think we will get back in a moment. So for the time being, I think these defenses should be enough for us.
Railway guns are at your disposal to provide artillery support. We also have the Air Force at your disposal. But the weather must be to be able to open.
Now the good thing is that this first attack seems that it wasn't that bad for us. We were able to quite easily fend it off. So no problem, at least for the moment being. Let me see how much there is enemies if I go over here. seems that not much, so I'm actually gonna try to capture this tank over here. Alright, excellent. We managed to capture a tank. So we're gonna repair it, and once we have that thing repaired, then we will be able to use it against its former user, so that will be excellent for us. And we get another cannon. Alright, it seems that we are getting another gun here. So let's hook that up and move it to the front. We're getting like a Churchill tank, but hopefully, yeah, it ran into a mine. However, it's still going forward. Okay, no need to waste a shot towards that. Seems that our defenses are holding excellently at the moment. We're destroying a lot of Soviet tanks basically at their starting positions. I think actually I'm gonna get like this train cannon strike there. See if we can hit like either one of these over here. Our move. Now the weather is getting quite poor, but if we can quickly get a plane strike like that, now how about bomb? Let's see what it does. Oh, damn. Okay, well that was very good indeed. That did it for us. Definitely. Basically, it destroyed the whole armored force that the Soviets had in there. This KV also got boned. Damn, like we're just giving it to them from front and back at the same time. Okay, these guys got a little bit hit over here, so I'm gonna just quickly heal them a bit, as so. Get them back on the gun. Once the attack is over, then I'm going to repair the gun, because I think it's only the shield at the moment which is broken, so that shouldn't impact our firing too much. Okay, here we got the sandbags already destroyed, but this Pak 40 is doing great things for us at the moment. But I think it has run out of ammunition, so that's not very good.
Soviets are coming towards us again.
True, I already had one there. Well, doesn't matter. We're in trouble, and I think we're gonna have some trouble on staying alive if we don't bring more stuff to the front. So that's what we're gonna do. Again, it seems that there's a lot of tanks coming in there, so I'm gonna order an airstrike on the same position. I think at this point, yeah, we're pretty much set up. Hold the crossroads at all costs until the arrival of Armored Division.
For our armored reinforcements to arrive, I proudly present the Armored Division.
Alrighty, so
We want you to take command of a detachment of our armored vehicles. Drive the enemy off the field.
Okay, I cannot hear much because there's so much stuff going around, but yes, we'll try to do just that. Come on, guys, get him. Maybe we're actually... I don't think we even need your armored division. God damn. Yeah, honestly, I don't think we even need your armored division. God damn. I mean, look how the shelling is just like shredding the infantry apart. Oh my gosh. God damn. I don't know what that was, but it seemed to have decimated the IS. Let me actually see if I can... I was about to say, let me see if I can get it with the infantrymen, but I think it's pretty much boned already. Get it. Come on, guys. I think we got it. Yep, we got it. Excellent! Counterattack with the armored reinforcements and drive the enemy off the battlefield. Excellent. Victory! What a victory! Your tactical skill is beyond doubt, and once more we have dealt the enemy a huge blow. Instead of getting surrounded ourselves, we're now surrounded the enemy. What's more, the VKT line is still intact, and we live to fight another day. We will file the necessary papers for your promotion. Excellent work. Okay, so we actually didn't do that badly. So we only lost 17 men compared to the 453 men that the Soviets lost. We did, however, lose some vehicles, but that is to be expected. So okay, there you have it. The huge battle of Talihantala, the legendary battle of Talihantala, should I say. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Moi moi.